Blessings upon blessings to each and every one of you that came in to chime into my comments every video. I hope y'all find yourself in great spirits, because I know I find myself in great spirits. So let me get into this. So we all know by now the YouTube content creator, but two married couple, Shane and Liana. Shane and Liana, some of y'all may know them, some of y'all may not know them. All y'all have to do, type in the Loyal Family or Shane and Liana, and they will pop up in your timeline on YouTube. Shane and Liana, they started from the burial, meaning, they started from ground down from their basement with their mother. They started off doing pranks on each other. The first prank I ever seen from Shane and Liana was the prank that Liana, she pretended that she had a doctor call her, and they was young at that time, very, very young. And you was seeing there, I think Shane was playing a video game or something, and she had somebody call and say that she had some type of sexually transmitted disease, and Shane started questioning. It was good. Like, you have to go back to from the beginning, and then they started progressing. Then they started teaming up with other people to collab. They did with Chris. I think their name is Crystal and Ray, and then there was their mother, Liana mother and Liana stepfather. Then they did, like I said, they did it with family, they did it with friends, they did it with her baby father, Christina and Rob. So let's go say, they did it with a lot of people, and they, like I said, but they did their own thing to climb up. A lot of people probably feel like, because a lot of people from where I'm from watches them, and then they go debate with me. They be like, oh, but they got they came up because the collaboration they did with other people. I said, nah, they've been doing this from the jump by themselves, doing pranks on each other, doing pranks with prank on their mother. Because if you know Liana's mother, you gotta love her. Her personality is very big, like, I mean very big. Like, she be on deck with how she reacts all the time from the pranks. So I love it. So let's go move on. Then, Shane and Liana have two kids with each other. At first it was London, but London is from her first baby father, which is Rob. Rob was not too much in the London life. Was not so much in London life. Shane picked up the pieces. Shane started taking responsibility, raising that young little lady by himself with Liana and the help of the family. Rob started, something transpired in his life that, he disappeared. You understand? But Shane picked up, and London grew a profound love for Shane, like that was her own father. And you got to give credit where credit due, because Shane loves London like that's his blood. And any man can make a baby, but it takes a real man to step up to the plate to raise another man's child. And we got you gotta give respect when respect. You gotta give respect and honor to a person that's willing to go out their way to not see a child just as somebody else's child, but see the child as like that's their own child. They flesh of their flesh, their blood, their blood. So that's much respect to Shane, And then, like I said, Shane, when they started doing good, Shane decided to take upon himself buy their first house. So they bought the first house, and he surprised Liana and the kids. And, they moved in. They built memories in that house as well. They built, they built prank as well in that house. And let's go say, as moving on, she got pregnant, so she needed more space. They needed more space. They wanted a different type, probably environment. They wanted bigger, and they got it. Because they be working hard, making money, doing what they gotta do to be financially stable for themselves, their kids, and make sure their kids have something to depend on as when they get older in life. So they moved to a bigger house, and unfortunately, the first house got destroyed because it was if I'm not mistaken, it was a bad snowstorm or a rainstorm, but I'm pulling it was a bad snowstorm, and I think the roof, something happened with the roof, that everything started leaking down in their first their first house. And they already moved out of there. That was their first house, you understand? That was the house they wanted to, like, probably keep for themselves in case anything was to happen. They got a house to rely on. But unfortunately the house got snowed down on because the weather storm, whatever. So Shane was devastated. Shane put blood, sweat, and tears in fixing that house, him and whoever he hired at that present time. So it took time for them to rebuild, refix, remodel the whole house, their first house. So remind you, they already have a house, a big, beautiful house. So Liana has a sister named Crystal, and Crystal lives as well currently in the Bronx. And she has a daughter named Nani, and she has a husband named, what's his name? I don't know I forgot his name. Is it Animal or Cage? I don't know. One of them. Y'all let me know in the comments down below. I forgot the man's name, but one of those two sound familiar. And I'm mistaken. I'm not mistaken. I think it's the first name I had said. Well, in a public school and living in the projects and in the urban community, you every day is like a fight. Every day in there is like it's a whole mess, you understand? And it's like the environment, and sometimes it's not healthy for a child, even for a child to get education, because their mind be so focused on trying to defend themselves, focused on nonsense, where it's hard for them to get their study in. So I really don't know what took place, but whatever. But Liana wanted better for her niece, to the point where she said she wanted Crystal to get custody or papers from Nani to her, so she could be able to register into a good school where her kids go to, But knowing any mother that's a real mother, you're not going to give your rights up to another person because, you're a mother. That's your job, to make sure your kids are straight. But it's beautiful things to have help from the family. So Liana wanted to take her sister out the projects. I don't know if she lived in the projects, but I'm assuming, because she lives in the side of the Bronx where there's the projects, the urban community, and the bodegas and all that. It gets wild over there. It gets wild. So she wanted to take her sister and her niece and her husband out of that environment. So she had surprised her sister, and Shane was okay with it. Shane was content with it. Shane felt like that's a beautiful thing, helping your family as you grow. Don't only focus on yourself, focus on the one that helped you help grow with you, understand? Stood by you solid, you understand? Because friends come and go. Because some of their friends, left, and some of their friends, they probably still remain friends. But as of right now, who've been loyal from day one is her mother and her sister, you feel me? And his family. So moving on, they took this big opportunity and big decision to first they asked her to see if Mama Loyal wanted it, but Mama Loyal, she didn't want it. She said she, rather stay in the house that she has. She's content with her husband in the house that they have. So the last one left was Crystal, her sister. And she wanted to, she's doing good. She wants her sister to do good too. So she surprised her sister with the house. Her sister was in shock. Her sister said, y'all pranking me. Y'all dead ass. Y'all pranking me, whatever. And then Liana said, we're not pranking you. We're not pranking you. For real. This is your kids. This is your house. What's your thing? There was, overwhelmed the situation. And I loved it. I really loved it because you don't see those kind of shit on YouTube, yo. You don't see those kind of stuff on YouTube. You see a lot of content creators like so greedy, so money hungry, that they forget the people that was there with them, that helped them get where they had to get. Even though they put hard work and dedication, but they never forget the people that was behind them. They never forget their family. They never forgot the person that rocked hard with them, you understand? They remember the person, and they remember their family, that they look out for their family the way, a family is supposed to do. And you don't see that much. Like, you see a lot of content creators, like, they feel like they high in subscribers and getting that money, that they better than the next person. They don't even give their family a house. They don't even give their family a car. It's only thinking about them. You understand? They forget the people that rocked out with them, that went through the gutter with them, that went through hard times with them. You feel me? And it's sad because, Shane and Liana put a lot of motherfuckers on the game. If you really want to be real with it, they helped a lot of motherfuckers in the game. They gave a lot of motherfuckers subscribers. They gave a lot of people, a lot of friends, subscribers. They gave a lot of family, not really family, because their family not on like their only mama lawyer, but that's a mother. You understand? And a lot of them, maybe they ain't cool the way they used to be cool, you understand? And Shane and Liana wasn't stingy. They helped people. They put people in the game. They show people the algorithm probably of YouTube, or how to get on YouTube, how it goes, you understand? They was the key door to help people in. You feel me? And, they don't get that much recognition. Even though they don't get that much recognition, they don't let that stop them. They still give. They still gave. They still, poured out, because that's a beautiful thing. You don't expect nothing in return for people, for your, the good deeds you want to do for them. You let the universe bless you when it's time to bless you. So what she did, and what Shane did, they blessed Crystal and her family with a house. Take them out from the projects. Take them out from the Bronx. Take them out, where it was hard for the daughter to to be able to, get that proper education that she needs, And that's a beautiful thing. And like I said, I had to make a video because a lot of people don't get a lot of YouTube content creators that are big forget their family, forget people that was there with them since day one. And they didn't forget their family. They all about family. And that's one thing I love, because I'm all about my family. And I love how they all about their family. They stick by their family, even though every family have their disagreements, but they never exploit to the internet. They never put it in the internet. They never let nobody see that. They still gave and gave. And that's a beautiful thing, that she gave her sister a house. She's able to put a roof over her sister. What she told her sister, she said, as I get bigger and bigger, I want to make sure my family's straight. My family going to be straight if I'm straight. And that's the most solid, loyal, unselfish shit I ever heard from a higher YouTube content creator. May God continue to bless them in their journey. May God continue to open doors and opportunities for them. Even through the hardship they may go through, may God continue to ease their road and bless them with many more. Because you don't see a lot of genuine family and genuine people like that. And I say, if you don't know what I'm talking about, like I said, either type in the Loyal family or Shane and Liana, giving my sister a house, you'll see what I'm talking about. But that's my opinion and thought on the Shane and Liana giving, their sister Crystal and her family a new house. Like I said, blessings to people that do good to others. I always say that. But that's my thoughts and opinion. Let me know what your thoughts and opinion in the comments down below, even if we agree to disagree. It's all respect and love from my end. Until the meantime, between time, I am out.